It's 5 o'clock on Tuesday, September 2nd, and we will call this regular city council meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone today, and I believe we have a leadership class with us today as well. So welcome to those. If you'd please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Deb.
Harley.
Here.
Brad.
Here.
Ryder.
Here.
Jessica. Here. Don.
Here.
Kathy. Here.
Entertain a motion to approve today's agenda.
Second.
Motion from Harley, second from Don. Any discussion? Roll call, Deb.
Harley.
Here.
Yes. Brad.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes.
Jessica. Yes. Don.
Yes.
Kathy. Yes.
Motion carried. Across the mayor's desk, I just want to thank AJ Awe. He's our new videographer today, so thank you very much. Hope everyone had a good Labor Day holiday. And I'll tell you more in upcoming meetings, but I've been out to visit the only other Algona in the United States by that name of Algona, Washington. I was very honored to go and very well received out there. It was a lot of fun. So I've got some stories and some pictures that I'll show or share with you, but in future meetings. So, council have anything that they would like to share? Okay, we'll move to an update from the city administrator.
A couple of events to remind people coming up is that on September 11th from 5 to 7:30 we'll be having our annual public safety night out from 5 to 7:30 down at the fairgrounds, same location as last year. And then we will also be having our Tornado Alley run the morning of Band Day. That'll be Saturday, October 4th this year. So we've got the 1 mile, 5K, and 10K. So the 1 mile starts at 8 and the 5 and 10K start at 8:30. So registration for that is online, or you can register that day as well. And I'd like to invite our police chief up to introduce our newest city employee.
Before I introduce, I also have a pretty good story about Algona, Washington. They also have an Officer Miller in. And unfortunately, one of their citizens doesn't like that Officer Miller, and they called me, and I had to hear about it. I'll just stay with that, but yes. So I'm very excited. We have a new officer. His name is Stephen Hale. He comes from Humboldt, but I'm just going to let him talk about it himself here and go from there.
My least favorite subject. I'm originally from the Auburn area, southern part of Sac County. Started out in Lake City PD, was there for a few years, and then decided to move my family up here, and was working for Humboldt for a few months, and this position became open, and I thought it'd be a better fit for me, so I need to jump up here, and hopefully I can make an impact.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Today, the first official.
Today's the first official day. Yes, we're excited to have him here, and we're getting him ready to go in Algona. So
My relatives are from Sac County, so maybe you've encountered them. Not mine, my wife. My wife. Okay.
all right, thank you guys very much.
Is this Phyllis, or we got one line? Or
We have we still have more to go. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We're working.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Move to agenda item number 7. This is citizens' opportunity to address the council with any items not on the agenda. All right.
Hi. Hi, everybody. I really don't like doing this, but here we are again. Last year we had several inches of rot sewage in our basement, and I visited with you and talked about how we tore up our flooring, we removed our wall materials, we threw out personal property, paid for a dumpster, took time off from work and weekends, and had high hopes. On August 9th, Pat and I were on a plane, And when we landed, we turned on our phone and they blew up with messages and phone calls and questions. So rather than take the full amount of time that we were planning, we did come home early, spent the weekend cleaning our basement once again, that had a lot of raw sewage on it. And my point is not to criticize city staff. I do appreciate all the hard work that they do. They're dedicated. We've gotten nothing but excellent remarks, comments, customer service from them. But my point is to say that there was a plan, and the plan didn't work because all of us got the sewage again. So I would like to propose, we've been told that these pumps can be installed and that they've worked in another neighborhood. I'd like to propose that the city pay a 100% reimbursement to us so that we can all install those, bring someone in to check on why one of the pumps that was installed is not working. And if they do work for us, then it's a win-win. Our basement stays dry, you don't hear from us again. I think that'd be a good starting point. My second proposal, if that doesn't work, I'd like to be reimbursed for professional cleaning. This sewage gets in every crack and crevice. And we are just normal citizens with garden hoses and buckets and mops. And I'm betting that Mark and his crew get special safety training, probably have protocols, special equipment. We don't. I pulled up some information from different states, from a university study, and I don't want to go through a lot of it, but assume anything touched by sewage is contaminated. That may contain harmful germs, bacteria, viruses, worms, parasites. One from the University of Michigan says residual organic material in cracks and crevices needs to be removed. And then it has a list of all of the diseases, things that people can catch from being in raw sewage. It is not healthy for citizens of this community to have to deal with it. Finally, I keep hearing about lifts, and I don't know anything about this, but if that would help our neighborhood, I'd really like you to consider that. And I didn't hear anything from them about lifts. I'm not sure if we've ever talked about it, but I just, that was a great plan, and I really appreciate the step-by-step procedures they're going through, but I don't feel the urgency that our neighborhood feels in taking care of this problem. To talk about doing something next year or the year after, we're on a plane. We have to figure out a way to get home, figure out a way to get the basement cleaned. People have their children living in the basement. The health issues alone, I think, should motivate us to do something very quickly for the residents of our area. But I appreciate you listening to me once again. Hope I'm not back, and thank you.
Okay, thank you, Robert.
Good afternoon. I'm Reverend Dr. Terry Larson. I'm a new resident in Algona. I live in the Blue House in 202 South Main, right next to my neighbor Lori. We were happy. We bought our little house, our forever house, as my wife Connie called it. And our grandchildren who are living outside of in the county have come to the Blue House, and they want to enjoy Grandpa and Grandma. And we have to be careful about such a thing as raw sewage in our home. We've been here for a year. We love calling Algona our new home, our new community. But we're in the red zone. I didn't mean to wear the shirt for that reason. But we had no idea. And there's a realtor in town that seems to know, which I'm very disappointed, which have listed homes in that area. And That realtor had our home on the block, and it would have been nice to know. And everything that Lori said, I echo, that if there's any assistance in this regard, please. We did get a thorough report. I think you got a great plan going, but it's obviously not enough. We moved in from Minnesota, and we're glad to call Iowa home now. But in the community I was a pastor in, we had a pumping station that further pushed the material that needed to get to the sewage plant. Maybe that's an option on that part of town. I don't know. It's outside of my wheelhouse. I'm about Jesus. But the fact is that we've got people that are really suffering. Our next door neighbor, her husband is half a world away. You heard it already, and I'm going to repeat it anyhow. He needs to be concerned about his troops, and he's concerned about his family. That's unjust, folks. That's not right for one of our men. You're wearing a shirt there honoring our veterans. I'm a veteran. I'm a 20-year Navy, retired Navy commander. Our people serve hard for our nation. And for our men and women to be overseas, to be concerned about sewage at home is not right. You guys are on the right plan. Please do us justice.
Okay, we'll move to agenda item number 8. That's the consent agenda, and that includes approving the minutes from our August 18th city council meeting, approving the bills to be paid this cycle, and to approve a special Class C retail alcohol license to the Top of Iowa Lucky Wife LLC. To approve.
Second.
Motion from Harley, second from Don. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Harley?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Jessica?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Motion carried. Move to new business, agenda item number 9. This is the second reading of an ordinance related to private parking lots by special exception.
Under this ordinance amendment, private parking lots would be allowed in the Central General Business District, that's the downtown zoning district, by special exception, which would require that it go to a Board of Adjustment for approval with a case of why their intended use as a parking lot makes it compatible and accepted with an adjacent use.
Sorry. I shut it off. I wanted to play again.
Motion to waive the second reading.
Second.
Motion from Rodney, second from Don to waive the second reading. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Harley?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Jessica?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Kathy? Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to approve second reading.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the second reading. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Harley?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Jessica? Yes. Don?
Yes.
Kathy? Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 10 is a second reading of an ordinance pertaining to signs and awnings.
This is the ordinance that we discussed last week. We had 2 of them. We had passed the first reading of the sign ordinance of chapter 1524, but we have amended it due to Harley's comments about the temporary signs, the movable type billboard or advertising signs. So this ordinance will clear up a lot of our discrepancies in our sign code between residential zoning and our regular sign zoning. It also clarifies what a portable message sign is. I think I've got those words exactly right, how they're in there. And to distinguish it from a temporary sign that we still do have in our zoning code. So this would be the second reading. Again, Paul, we can amend the ordinance up to the second
You
reading.
bet, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, I'm sorry.
So is there any questions on that?
No, I'm glad we updated it.
The other thing I changed on the ordinance is, like that number, but it talks about what zoning codes are, that signs are not allowed in. We just have the initials of the zoning code. So for instance, I'm going to see in conservation district, RS residential single family, instead of just the
That clarifies it.
two
Yeah.
letter code, so
That's
it's a
good.
little clearer that way. And we did change we took the non-conforming sign section out and moved it to, I don't have that.
Effects on the existing.
Yeah,
uses.
effect on existing uses, because we thought they're pretty much the same thing. So we removed the old effective existing uses and moved that non-conforming section that was at the end of the code, in the ordinance at the end of the code, and moved it up to this section.
Just cleaned up a lot of things.
Cleaned up a lot of stuff.
Appreciate the highlight areas.
Yeah.
I was looking through it.
What was that,
I
Riley?
said I appreciated the highlight areas when I was looking through it.
Well,
so
I
didn't
thought
have
this
to-
time I would highlight so you know what's different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe a little easier to look through it. Motion to waive the second reading.
Second. Motion from Rodney, and we have a second from Brad to waive the second reading. Any discussion? Roll call Deb?
Harley.
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes.
Jessica.
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Kathy.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to approve second reading.
Second. We have a motion and a second to approve the second reading. Any discussion? Roll call Deb?
Harley.
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes.
Jessica.
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Kathy.
Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 12 is a resolution concerning the 2020-25 sanitary sewer manhole and pipe rehabilitation.
11.
I did?
The other sign ordinance for the zoning
Sorry.
code, sorry.
Okay, we'll back up. Not trying to speed things up, but, okay, number 11, then. This is the first reading of an ordinance pertaining to the zoning regulations regarding signs.
Yeah, this ordinance amendment goes hand in hand with the ordinance we amended that we just passed the second reading on. It clears up a lot of the language that was in our zoning regulations that were in conflict with our zoning, our chapter 15 sign code. It also defines what a temporary sign is, as well as 15 defined what a portable sign is. This defines what a temporary sign is. And it also refers any other sign regulations, you're supposed to go to chapter 15.24.
Motion to waive the first reading.
Second.
Motion from Brad, second from Don to waive the first reading. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Harley.
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes.
Jessica.
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Kathy.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to approve the first reading.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the first reading. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Harley.
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes.
Jessica.
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Kathy.
Yes.
Motion carried. Now we'll move to agenda item number 12, concerning the sanitary sewer manhole and pipe rehabilitation project.
So this was discussed in the work session at length, so I won't go into detail at this time, but number 12 is for the manhole improvement project. So it approves the plans, specifications, form of contract, subject to a public hearing, and then orders the notice to bidders, sets the bid opening for 2 p.m. on September 25th, and the public hearing for October 6th, 2025 at 5 p.m. After that public hearing, then we anticipate awarding the construction contract. So it consists of the rehab or full reconstruction of 96 manholes throughout the city, mainly located on the west and southern portions of town.
Motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
Motion from Rodney, second from Kathy to approve this resolution. Any discussion? Roll call, Deb.
Harley.
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes.
Jessica.
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Kathy.
Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 13 is resolution concerning the 2025 sanitary sewer lining project.
So follows a similar timeline, but for this construction project, we have bid opening on September 25th as well, public hearing on October 6th, and then award the construction contract at that meeting. Same thing, it orders the notice to bidder and approves the plan specs and form of contract subject to the public hearing being held. This is for the lining of approximately 2,256 linear feet of sanitary sewer mains throughout the city.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion from Harley, second from Don. Any discussion? Roll call then.
Harley.
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes.
Jessica.
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Kathy. Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 14 is a resolution approving development agreement with Luke Arrowwood.
Luke was supposed to be here tonight. I don't know if an emergency came up, he couldn't make it. This is the development agreement between the city and Luke Arrowwood on the State Hotel building, which is actually two structures, 210 and 212 State Street. If you remember, a couple weeks ago, you approved the Catalyst contract, and the city's passed through that, and the city also pledged $100,000 matching funds to help with this project. So this development agreement spells out how the city's payments will work, how the Catalyst grant payments work, et cetera, and what's expected with Luke.
So the development agreement covers both the state money and then our money, our funds. A while back, we amended our urban renewal plan, so we'll likely use local option sales tax for the cash, but we'll use tax increment financing, TIF, for the new value added to reimburse that to ourselves. So it's in our TIF plan, and right on cue as we planned it.
You're after Luke.
Mr. Arrowwood
Let's
is here to give us a quick project update.
Quick project update, like where I'm at, wherever.
So we're in the middle of discussing the development agreement.
All right, so let's see. I've been working on clearing out the upstairs, which has been fun just because of all the stuff I've been finding. So if anyone wants a tube TV, I got 10 of them. I found 18 toilets. But we've cleaned out a lot of the storage space already. I'm working on DeVere, getting a building permit to officially kind of put new walls up, per se. But just doing some general demolition to get started on getting things going. I've been in contact with Jared for years on framing the windows. We're meeting with Todd and Jared tomorrow morning to go over a plan. Site services was in today around 1, and we went over asbestos abatement. Go Gutters was in yesterday, not Go Gutters, Saturn's was in, and they're planning late fall for a new gutter along with repairing the mortar of the chimney late fall. So that's kind of what I have tentatively planned out right now. And then, yeah, painting, continuing with all that fun stuff.
And just to refresh your memory, in the rear west portion of the building, there will be a little bit of an apartment. On the front east side of the building, we'll have a retail space also.
Yeah, thank you for your work on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been great. I was actually thinking about it today about how the Catalyst grant is utilized for like rehabilitation or revitalization of buildings, but also demolition. And I think it's awesome that we kind of came together on this to rehabilitate a building rather than, hey, let's try and get $100,000 to tear a building down. So I was just thinking about that today.
This is great. Good.
Thanks, Luke.
Thank you.
Just in time,
Yeah,
perfect timing.
Motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
Motion from Rodney, second from Kathy to approve this resolution for Luke. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Harley.
Yes.
Brad. Rodney.
Yes.
Jessica.
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
Kathy. Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 15, this is a resolution acknowledging repayment of an RLF loan.
Don Tool, doing business as the tool shed, has repaid their 2020 at the time retail RLF, but now the small business RLF. Under that program, the city had set up to provide emergency loans when the COVID pandemic hit. Businesses had to shut down, so that's been paid in full now. So this resolution acknowledges that, and voids the security agreement used to collateralize the loan.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion from Harley, second from Don. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Harley.
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes. Don.
Yes.
Kathy. Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you, Don, for that repayment. Move to agenda item number 16. This is the first notification of vacancy in the future appointment to the Parks and Rec Commission. Samantha Weichert has resigned from her position, and Sam, we certainly appreciate all you've done for the Parks and Rec Commission. Her appointment, we need to fill the remainder of her term, which expires the 31st of December of 2028. And that appointment's through the City Council. And our final agenda item number is 17, and that again is the Planning and Zoning Commission. We're still looking for an appointment to fill the remainder of the late commission member, Dr. Leroy Stroman's term. And that term expires January 1st of 2029. So with that, it's 5:27, and I would entertain a motion to adjourn today's meeting.
Before you do that, I was going to suggest we have a whole leadership group in the back row that might consider one of these positions.
True.
It would be a great leadership position to be in.
Good thought there.
Okay, I'll go ahead.
I'm just looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, the meeting's adjourned. Thank you, everyone.